Okay, here we are, Oak Creek Canyon. You may not even be familiar with Oak Creek. So it's about a 12-mile stretch of canyon between Sedona and Flagstaff. There's about 25 miles separating Sedona and Flagstaff. And this is just a little slice of heaven right here. They call it the little mini Grand Canyon. There is a creek running through here. Some very famous landmarks here, obviously. Slide Rock is one of the biggies where everybody comes and literally you slide down these sandstone rocks like a natural water slide. So it's pretty cool, but it is a scenic canyon. Like I said, between Sedona and Flagstaff, which are 25 miles apart, but it's only about 12 miles. And so our whole purpose of these videos is just to drive by and drive in various subdivisions so you just get an idea of what is sort of going on in these subdivisions. Then if you have more information, you can, number one, contact me or Jacki at Realty One Group Mountain Desert. And also there is a link in the description. So if you want to see what's going on here in Oak Creek Canyon, you're thinking about a second home, and by the way, that's kind of what you have here. There are some permanent residents, but the vast majority of the homes in here are going to be second homes or vacation rentals, that sort of thing. And just a real, sort of overview on pricing. You're probably in here in the sixes somewhere, but your median's a little over $1 million, and you can spend $2-3 million bucks on some new stuff. But there's a lot of real rustic stuff here. There's no city services here, so you're definitely going to be on septic, that sort of thing, water haul, that sort of thing. But it's beautiful, it's rustic. There's iconic trails in this area. Some of them are Creekside, like you're walking along the creek, or your cabin backs up to the creek. So it's really, really amazing. Now, I will tell you this, there's not a whole lot of market here. There's not that many homes that hit the market in Oak Creek. So if Oak Creek is your jam, if you see something, you need to look at it, because it's very rare that one comes up in Oak Creek. I couldn't tell you how many per year. Obviously market conditions change, but a few homes come up and are available, and they are snapped up pretty quickly. But it is characterized by a lush forest. I will caution you that if you're driving at sunset or in the night, there are a lot of deer in this area, so you're going to really want to watch yourself there. But this is a place where everybody, raccoon on the side of the road. There's raccoons in the area, but this is a place where people come up. We're just on the other side of Labor Day, and this was packed. All these little parking spaces along here, completely packed. Slide Rock, couldn't get in after a while. You're probably not even getting in there after 10 or 11 o'clock. Obviously people still filter out of there and people come in and out all day long, but for the vast majority you're done. In terms of just, they have a parking lot that gets full and you can't get in there, and there's a backup, and then they'll finally say the queue, you can't even get into the queue. But it's one of my favorite drives if you're a car guy like I am, motorcycle person, and you live in Arizona or you live in the Southwest. This is one of those twisty roads that you want to do. There's a bunch of little boutique-y cabin businesses along here and resorts along here. Pro tip, garlands. We passed garlands. That was at the very beginning of this video. Really cool restaurant, and then they have a garden setting in the back, so you want to hit garlands if you come up here. You also saw AJ's probably. That used to be a Dairy Queen, but he's converted that now into a restaurant. But there's two ways to get to Sedona or Flagstaff, however you're going. You can take I-17 or you can take Oak Creek. I will tell you, on the weekends, it's iffy, because some people are doing that whole scenic thing, and God bless them, they can do that. Here's Slide Rock right here, so you can see how it's all queued up for pulling in there. Now it's the day after Labor Day, so everybody went back to work today. You see the red rocks of Sedona. And as you get farther north here, we're headed north to Flagstaff. As you get farther north, and there's actually a ton of people down in Slide Rock, I just noticed, but they're not queued up. So again, another pro tip, come the day after the holiday. But there was still a lot of people there, so the people watching would still be great. And I think I've been there one time, and it was pretty cool. I've never been there before. Really fun. But Oak Creek's, you know, fed by springs, springs, and then in the spring, obviously, the snowpack from north, from Flagstaff and farther north, feeds this canyon. But it's absolutely gorgeous. Highly recommended if you wanted to do some real estate in this area. It's because there's just not that much activity. You would probably do okay investment-wise. That's all researchable, obviously. But this is Oak Creek Canyon. And again, the point of these videos is that you just get an idea of what these areas look like. And if you need help in these areas, obviously Jacki and I, we are with Realty One Group Mountain Desert, and we can help you. But you got a link, you can see what's available in this marketplace. If there's nothing available, you can reach out to us and we'll give you the history over the last couple of years. What has been available, what's sold, what canceled, what expired, that sort of thing. But you can see how lush this is. There's great camping here as well if you want to come up and camp. Obviously sightseeing, and then of course the fall. You know what happens in the fall to all these leaves? They start turning color, and it is absolutely gorgeous, and people come up for sure just to do that. Here's Junipine Resort, little boutique resort. Here's the table here, a little restaurant. Yeah, it's something to behold. They redid the road not long ago. The road is nice and smooth. We do get some rocks falling on it from time to time. In the winter, I'm on this road all the time. In the winter, you can get snow on the northern section of it. Can get some ice. But generally, once you get down about, 15, 18 miles, that sort of goes away. But they chip this all out and they put this in. We're on 89A, by the way. That's where we are. There's Bootlegger, day use area. Go in there and do some hiking. How pretty is this? I should probably turn the video off. You've been listening to Mark here on the Northern Arizona Real Estate Channel on YouTube. We appreciate you watching our channel. If you enjoyed this and you want to see other tours here in Arizona, because we're going to keep cranking them out for you, you can like, subscribe, and hit the alert button on our YouTube channel. Because if you're watching this, you're watching it from our channel. Anyway, have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this. Let us know if we can help you. Mark and Jacki Tait from Realty One Group Mountain Desert. We're in Flagstaff, we're in Sedona, we're in Cottonwood. We can help you pretty much anywhere in Arizona, obviously, because we have partners everywhere and we have a team, so that's not a problem. All right, take it easy. God bless.